Today we discuss different definition in circular motion. Now first of all we define what is time period. Now it is a time which is taken by the particle performing circular motion to complete one rotation on the circumference or one revolution. It is known as time period. Time taken by the particle to complete one circular rotation on the circumference, it is known as time period. Time period, it is denoted by capital T. And we know time period of seconds hand. Time period of second hand, it is equal to 60 seconds. Time period of minute hand, it is equal to 1 hour. Time period of hour hand, it is equal to 12 hours. In this way, time taken by the particle to complete one rotation along the circumference of circle, it is known as time period. Now we define what is frequency. Total number of rotation. Total number of rotation which is completed by the particle in 1 second. It is known as frequency. How many rotations are completed by the particle in 1 second, it is known as frequency. We can find out relation between time period and frequency. We observe in interval t second, particle complete one rotation. Therefore, in time 1 second, how many rotations are completed? And we know that is known as frequency. And therefore, we can say T into 1, T into N, it is equal to 1. And therefore, N, it is equal to 1 upon T. Or we can say time period, it is equal to reciprocal of frequency. In this way, relation between time period and frequency. Now, we discuss relation between linear velocity and angular velocity in a circular motion. Relation between linear and angular velocity. Linear velocity and angular velocity. V, it is equal to omega cross r. Linear velocity, it is a cross product of angular velocity and radius vector. This is relation V, it is equal to r omega. Now we calculate average speed of particle in circular motion. We know average speed, it is always given by formula average distance covered by the particle and divided by time taken by the particle. This is general formula to calculate speed of particle in any type of motion. Now consider circular motion. Suppose particle complete one rotation. In one rotation, how much distance it is covered by the particle? We know distance covered by the particle, it is equal to circumference of circle, and circumference of circle it is denoted by twice pi r. Time taken by the particle to complete one rotation, it is equal to time period. Therefore, substituting these two values in above equation, average speed of particle in a circular motion, it is equal to twice pi r upon t. In this way, V is equal to twice pi r upon t. Similarly, we can calculate average angular speed or average angular velocity. We know formula, it is equal to average angular displacement upon time taken. Now, when particle complete one rotation, angular displacement of particle increases by twice pi radian. When particle complete one rotation on the circumference, angular displacement of particle increases by twice pi radian, and we know time taken, it is equal to time period, and therefore substituting value in above equation, we get angular speed omega, it is equal to twice pi upon t. Same equation in another way can be written as reciprocal of time period, it is equal to frequency, therefore omega it is equal to twice pi n. In this way, relation between angular velocity and frequency as well as time period. Now, in next topic, we discuss circular motion. It is an example of accelerated motion. Circular motion, it is an example of accelerated motion. Any motion, it is said to be accelerated when velocity of particle in that motion changes. Such motion, it is known as accelerated motion. And now we discuss uniform circular motion, it is circular motion, it is a accelerated motion. According to definition of circular motion, magnitude of velocity may remain constant or it may change. That is, it may either goes on increasing or it may goes on decreasing. But we observe direction of velocity, it is given by tangent, and direction of this velocity continuously changes when particle takes different position on the circumference of circle. Now, velocity, it is a vector quantity. It depends upon magnitude as well as it depends upon direction. In circular motion, direction changes, and therefore velocity of particle in circular motion changes, and due to that we can calculate acceleration, and therefore uniform circular motion, it is known as accelerated motion. When particle perform circular motion, there is an acceleration of particle. This acceleration of particle, it is directed along radius and towards center of circle. This acceleration, it is known as radial acceleration, or it is known as centripetal acceleration. By using graphical method in a previous standard, or by using calculus method, magnitude of centripetal acceleration, it is given by formula v square upon r. V linear velocity, r radius of circular path, or same formula, it is equal to r omega square, where omega it is known as angular velocity of particle. This acceleration, it is acting along radius and it is directed towards center of circle. It is directed towards center of circle, and therefore it is known as center seeking acceleration, center loving acceleration, or centripetal acceleration. In this way, circular motion, it is example of accelerated motion, and we have calculated this acceleration. Now, next topic, it is a centripetal force. Centripetal force. In circular motion, we know direction of linear velocity at every position changes. In order to change direction of linear velocity, particle must be continuously attracted towards center of circle. The force with which particle is attracted towards center of circle, it is known as centripetal force. Therefore, what is centripetal force? When particle performs circular motion, there is a force acting on a particle. This force is acting along radius and directed towards center of circle. It is known as centripetal force. By the Newton's second law of motion, centripetal force, magnitude of centripetal force, it is given by formula mass of particle into centripetal acceleration. Centripetal acceleration, it is given by formula v square upon r. Therefore, m into v square upon r. This is one formula to calculate magnitude of centripetal acceleration. Similarly, centripetal acceleration, it is given by formula r omega square. Therefore, m into r omega square. This is another formula to calculate magnitude of centripetal acceleration. Now, example of centripetal acceleration. Consider example of Earth and Sun. We know Earth rotates round the Sun. Here, gravitational force between Sun and say Earth provide centripetal force. Now consider another example. Consider example of electron and nucleus in atom. We know electron moves round the nucleus in a circular orbit. Here, electrostatic force that exists between positively charged nucleus and negatively charged electron provide centripetal force. Third example, when vehicle takes turn on the curved track, force of friction that exists between vehicle tire and road surface provides centripetal force. Force of friction provide centripetal force. Features of centripetal force. Centripetal force this is very essential for the circular motion. In order to change direction of linear velocity, particle must be continuously attracted towards center of circle. If it is not attracted, then particle has a tendency to leave the circular path along the direction of tangent, and therefore this centripetal force is very essential. Without centripetal force, circular motion of any particle, it is not possible. Centripetal force, it is always directed towards center of circle. It is acting along radius and directed towards center of circle, and therefore it is known as center seeking. Center seeking acceleration or center loving acceleration. Magnitude of centripetal force. Magnitude of centripetal force remains constant throughout the motion, but direction of centripetal force continuously changes when particle takes different position on the circumference. Next characteristic, centripetal force, it is a real force. Now, what is real force? When origin of force, it is due to known interaction. Then such force, it is known as real force. What are known interaction? Gravitational interaction, electrostatic interaction, nuclear interaction, these are known interaction. When force is produced due to known interaction, then such force, it is known as real force. Centripetal force exists in inertial frame of reference. Centripetal force exists in inertial frame of reference. These are different characteristic or features of centripetal force. Now, next topic. It is centrifugal force. Next topic, it is a centrifugal force. When particle is performing circular motion, pseudo force which is acting on particle along radius and directed away from the center of circle, it is known as centrifugal force. Magnitude of centripetal force, it is equal to magnitude of centrifugal force. Therefore, centrifugal force, it is also given by formula mv square upon r or mr omega square. Now, examples of centrifugal force. We know cream. It is separated from the milk with the help of centrifugal force. Cream which is heavy. This cream is separated from the milk by using centrifugal force. When passenger sitting in a bus experience sudden push away from the center of circle, when bus take turn on the curved road, in dryer clothes are, water is removed from the clothes by using centrifugal force. These are different examples of centrifugal force. This centrifugal force exists in non-inertial frame of reference. Centrifugal force, it is acting along radius directed away from the center of circle. In this way, centrifugal force. Now, in next topic, we calculate maximum safety speed limit of vehicle. Expression for maximum safety speed limit of vehicle. Now consider circular track. Consider circular track as shown in this figure. This is circular track, and suppose this is the imaginary center of circular track. Now let us consider any vehicle of mass m. It is moving along the track. Suppose r, it is the radius of circular track, and vehicle is moving with velocity v. This is vehicle, and this vehicle, it is moving along a track. When vehicle is moving along the track, its motion, it is a circular motion, and therefore for circular motion, centripetal force, it is very essential. Here centripetal force, it is given by formula mv square upon r. Vehicle is moving along the track and centripetal force is very essential. Now in this example, this centripetal force, it is provided by force of friction that exists between vehicle tire and road surface. We calculate force of friction. According to law of friction, this force of friction, it is directly proportional to normal reaction. Suppose force of friction, it is denoted by F. Therefore, F, it is directly proportional to normal reaction. Therefore, F, it is equal to mu into N. Here this mu, it is known as coefficient. This is known as coefficient of friction. Now, suppose this is example number 2. When vehicle is moving along the track, centripetal force is very essential, and this centripetal force, it is provided by force of friction. Force of friction, it is equal to mu into normal reaction, that is mu into mg. It is equal to force of friction, and this provide centripetal force. Now suppose we cancel this term, hence we get v square, it is equal to v square, it is equal to mu into r into g. Taking square root of both sides, we get v, it is equal to mu into r into g. This is maximum safety speed limit with which vehicle can be driven along the curved track. Now from this equation, we observe maximum safety speed limit depend upon coefficient of friction. It depend upon radius of circular path as well as it depend upon acceleration due to gravity. But this force of friction, it is not reliable quantity, because value of force of friction decreases. Suppose oil sprayed on the road surface, suppose oil which is oil from the engine, when sprayed on the road surface becomes smooth. Or in rainy season, when road surface become wet, force of friction decreases. If force of friction decreases, then in that case proper centripetal force it is not provided, and therefore there is a chance of accident. Vehicle may leave circular path along the direction of tangent, and there is a chance of accident. Therefore this force of friction, it is not reliable quantity. Suppose we try to increase force of friction. For that we have to make road surface hard, and if we made road surface hard, then that increases wear and tear of vehicle, wear and tear of tires, which is not economical. Therefore, banking of road is done. Now we define what is banking of road. When circular track it is to be constructed, one precaution is taken. Outer edge of circular track, it is rise over inner edge. So that road surface become inclined. We draw figure. In figure AB, it is the road surface. B is the outer edge of road surface and A it is the inner edge of road surface. We can observe outer edge of road surface, it is rise over the inner edge. Outer edge, it is rise over the inner edge, and due to that this road surface become inclined. Now angle made by the inclined road surface with horizontal direction, it is known as angle of banking. What is angle of banking? Angle made by the inclined road surface with horizontal, it is known as angle of banking, and this angle of banking, it is denoted by theta. Now we calculate expression for angle of banking.